hall. He rolled the brim of his hat around in his hands as he approached Jane Porter. Now he could see how pretty she was. Not flamboyantly so, but lovely, with an arrangement of features, some perfect like her green almond eyes and plump upward bowed lips, and some less so, like her nose, just a tad too long and with a small bump in it, that made her unique. She was handling the bones as if they were made of Venetian glass, taking up the skull, shoulders, arms, and spine, and laying them carefully into a perfectly molded satin receptacle in a long leather case. She looked up once and gave him a friendly, close-lipped smile, but when he did not speak, she went back wordlessly to her task. Now it was the lower extremities that she tucked lovingly away, using special care to push the strange big-toed digits into narrow depressions perpendicular to the feet. Edgar felt unaccountably shy. "Can I give you a hand?" "No, thank you. They all fit just so, and I've had quite a lot of practice. London, Paris, Moscow, Berlin. I have to tell you that I was completely enthralled by your presentation." She looked at Edgar with surprised amusement. "You don't think I should be locked up?" "No, quite the contrary." "Then you cannot possibly be a scientist." No, I am a writer." He found himself sticking out his hand to her as though she were a man. "The name's Ed Burroughs." She took it and gave him a firm shake. He noticed that her fingernails were pink and clean, but altogether unmanicured, bearing no colorful Q-Tex nail polish, the newest rage that Emma and all her friends had taken to wearing. These were not the hands of a lady, but there was something unmistakably ladylike about her. "What do you write, Mr. Burroughs?" He felt himself blushing a bit as he pulled the rolled-up magazine from his jacket pocket. He spread it out on the table for her to see. "My literary debut of 2 months ago," he said, unsure if he was proud or mortified. "All-story magazine?" "Pulp fiction." He flipped through the pages. "This is the first installment in the series I wrote. There was a second in March. My pen name's Norman Bean. It's called Under the Moons of Mars, about a Confederate gentleman, John Carter, who falls asleep in an Arizona cave and wakes up on Mars. There he finds 4 armed green warriors who've kidnapped the Princess of Helium, Dejah Thoris. He rescues her, of course." She studied the simple illustration the publisher had drawn for the story, something that had pleased Edgar very much. "It really is fiction," she observed. "Fiction, fantasy." He sensed that the woman took him seriously, and he felt suddenly at ease. It was as if he'd always known her, or should have known her. She exuded something raw, and yet something exceedingly elegant. "When I was 10, I came home from school one day and told my father I'd seen a cow up a tree," Edgar said, startling himself with his candor, with a complete stranger. "I think I said it was a purple cow. I was punished quite severely for lying, but nothing stops a compulsion, does it?" When she shook her head knowingly, he felt encouraged. "A few years later, I moved to my brother's ranch in Idaho and stayed for the summer. By the time I was enrolled at Phillips Academy, I could spin a pretty good yarn about all the range wars I'd fought in, the horse thieves, murderers, and bad men that I'd run-ins with. It was a good thing my father never heard about them." A slow smile spread across Jane Porter's features. "Well, you've shown him now, haven't you? A published author." "I'm afraid my old man has yet to be convinced of my myriad talents." She snapped both cases closed and took one in each hand. "Here, let me help you with those." "No, thank you. Having the 2 of them balances me out." I was hoping you'd let me take you out to dinner. I'd like very much to hear."